Today I have the 104 key Tomoko mechanical keyboard for review. This was sent to me by VicTsing on Amazon. This will be my first keyboard review, so please let me know what you think and how I can improve on the future. This is a basic keyboard. It doesn't really have a lot of extra special features. What it does have that is different from a normal keyboard is on the F keys you've got additional things you can do like play and pause your music, stop, next, back, volume up, volume down, calculator. And to access that, you've got to press the function key here and then hit the button. This keyboard uses blue style mechanical switches, which are different. Your average standard basic keyboard uses membrane style switches, and they're quiet and they're soft and spongy. Mechanical switches are an old style that's came back into favor for typists and gamers. You can hear the difference here. This is a louder style switch, and I'm not beating on the keys there. That's just they're loud. These are not the cherry style. These are not the cherry branded switches, and for this price, that's not to be expected. But they mimic the switches in every way. Blue switches are designed to be noisy, with a tactile click and then a bump you can feel. Blue switches are a favorite of typists due to their tactile bump and audible click, but can be less desirable for gamers as their weighting is relatively high. 50 grams is what I've read, and it's a bit harder to double tap. Now, I'm not a hardcore gamer. I used this to play a couple of games over the past couple of weeks, and I liked it. I really didn't have a problem with it. But I did spend a majority of my time typing with this keyboard, and I really liked it for that. I was really impressed with the build and fit and finish of this keyboard. I have another mechanical keyboard from a different brand that cost me $100, and it's got a mostly plastic base, and this one does too, but it just feels a lot more sturdy. I had no problems with this keyboard as far as how it fit and finishes. The feet are pretty stiff. It can take some abuse, I think. The front side here is metal, and it's just like, again, pretty plain, pretty basic, nothing real fancy. The cable here is lined in plastic vinyl, and nothing fancy there. It is gold lined and a kind of large USB plug. And if you're wondering what this is here, it's a key puller. And let me show you how it works. So you just fit it down over the key there and then pull forward, and there's your switch underneath. This is a big thing in mechanical keyboards. You can buy different switches to install, and these switches do wear out eventually, like any mechanical part does, so you could replace it if you need to. And sometimes people put little washers in underneath these to decrease the noise, and you can take them all off for cleaning. And that's just a nice little tool to include. To install your key, you just line it up, press it on, and then I like to click on it a few more times just to make sure it works. So this keyboard has 3 LEDs here, and it's hard to tell on video, but they are pretty bright, and that's one thing I wish they were a bit dimmer or more evenly diffused. Due to the noise of this keyboard, I unfortunately won't be taking it to work. As much as I really think I'd love to use it, I don't think my coworkers will be very happy with me. I work at a big open environment, so I don't really have my own private office or space. This keyboard is held on with small Phillips head screws here at the top, and I think then it just kind of tilts forward. So it's pretty accessible if you needed to. For me, having a number pad is really important. I don't do strictly gaming. I use my keyboard for everything, which includes financial work and just normal things, and I really like having a number pad. So for me, that's necessary, and I'm glad this keyboard has it. A couple other things I wish were different. I wish the Windows key was on the right-hand side as well, and didn't have this start key here. I like to use keyboard shortcuts sometimes that are on the right with my right hand, and without the Windows key there, that kind of sucks. I think these are very standard size keys. I had no problems transitioning from keyboards to this one. My hands lined up and it worked great. This keyboard doesn't have backlighting, and for $50 I think it probably should in this day and age. Backlighting is something you totally don't need in an office environment, But at home, if you like to turn off some of the lights or work kind of in the dark, having a backlit keyboard is really nice. For the money, I think this is a really basic, solid mechanical keyboard. It's nice to see cheaper switches out now for mechanical keyboards so you can get them into an affordable price. When I first bought my first mechanical keyboard, I held off a little bit because I didn't want to spend $100. This lets you try mechanical keyboards, get a feel for them, get a feel for different switches if you want, at an affordable price. And if you do end up going with a cheaper keyboard long term, I think this is pretty decent. If you can sacrifice a few features and the backlighting, I think this is a pretty dang good value and you should give it a shot. Check my link in the description for where you can buy this on Amazon. Thanks for watching my video. Please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I've got lots of other videos on the way soon. Thanks.